There are some mini summer trends that I've uncovered, and while they haven't been talked about much, they're definitely worth knowing about. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome back to my channel. In today's episode I'm sharing some very cute mini summer fashion trends that, as I said, have not been focused on much. They haven't been talked about a whole lot, but I keep seeing them popping up online and certainly when I'm scrolling Instagram. So I thought they all deserve their own little moment in the spotlight. Now, a number of these trends are extra special too because not only are they going to work for your summer wardrobe this year, they are timeless pieces that you'll be able to wear over and over again. And if you have followed me on my channel here, you'll know that I'm all about fashion trends, but they do need to be practical and you do need to get a decent bang for your buck. So in today's episode, I have found 10 mini trends that I think you're going to love as much as I do. Now, first up, and this one did take me a little bit of warming up to, and that is the trend for wearing crochet. And I think in the past I've always felt that it just can look a little bit sort of homespun, but some of the pieces that I've seen popping up are really beautiful. Gorgeous crocheted camis, which in my mind just look really lovely paired back with some simple denim jeans or some classic, clean, crisp white pants. The crochet adds this lovely cottagecore vibe to an outfit, and it's also a texture that I think sometimes is really lovely just added to an outfit. Especially if you're wearing a monochrome outfit, adding that texture I think is really key just to give an outfit a little bit of extra oomph. So some of these crocheted pieces are absolutely lovely, and of course if you don't want to wear these crocheted pieces, there are some gorgeous accessories that are crocheted as well, like lovely little totes and bags and purses that are crocheted, which is just giving a small nod to the trend. But it's a mini trend and it will always work for you. So maybe it's time to dip your toe in this one. Now, next up, and this one's a personal fave of mine, and that is the trend for wearing neutral shoes teamed with a neutral bag. Now, we all tend to love that bag shoe matching combo, and this season it kind of makes sense to go neutral. There are so many bright colors available, and color seems to be the biggest trend for summer. Now, the difficulty with color is which shoes and bags to pair with your colored outfits. And of course, if you're wanting something that will work with everything, then neutral is the answer. So these beautiful neutral tan, natural tones are not only great for the summer, but they are timeless because they never date. So when you're thinking about updating your shoes or your handbag or a summer tote bag, think neutral. And at this point, I'd just like to say a really big thank you to the team at Squarespace for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. Now, I fairly recently moved my blog over to Squarespace, and I've got to say it's the best decision I've ever made. Squarespace is, in my opinion, the easiest and best way to get online. So if you're looking to create a website or a blog, or you've got products to sell, Squarespace makes it really easy. It's actually a really intuitive platform to use too, so you don't need any real skills to get started, which I really loved. One of the best things about Squarespace is that you can simply choose one of the gorgeous templates to get you started. So you don't have to spend hours and hours trying to design a beautiful website. You can choose one and make it your own. So that's what I did with my blog. I picked one of the cute little templates that I thought fitted my brand, and then I've made some adjustments to it, which are really quick and easy. You can quickly just click a few buttons and add content. I really wanted to include my latest YouTube video on my blog, so that was really easy just to basically drag and drop a video section so I could showcase my YouTube videos front and center. So everything about Squarespace is really easy to use. I've also recently started sending out emails from my Squarespace template, and that reminds me, I've actually just posted something really exciting on my blog, and I'm not going to share too much here, but I will leave a link to it in the description box below so you can whip on over to my blog and have a little look. I have updated some of my merch, and I would love you to whip on over and check it out, but I will leave a link to that in the description box below. But if you would like to get online and, as I said, start your own website or blog, or if you have something cool to sell, then I can hand on heart recommend Squarespace as the way to do it. Now, to get started, all you need to do is whip on over to squarespace.com, have a little bit of a play, get familiar, and then when you are ready to get started for real, simply use my unique URL, which is www.squarespace.com/The Style Insider, and my code, which is simply The Style Insider, and you will save 10% off your first website and domain. So what are you waiting for? If you do want to get online, Squarespace is the way to do it. I will leave all of those links in the description box below. Now let's get on to these cool mini summer trends. Now the next mini trend that is definitely worth investing in are summer sets. Now essentially it's short sets or skirt sets or little kind of playful romper sets. It's just make getting dressed and looking put together really easy. They're essentially like a dress. They're pretty much one and done, except with these sets you end up with two separates that you can mix and match with other pieces in your wardrobe. So it makes them not only a great look when worn together, but they are really versatile pieces that you can use to incorporate with some of the other pieces that you own to create some new look outfits. So these summer sets are definitely where it's at. I've also been seeing mini pleats, so beautiful skirts and dresses with, I'm kind of calling them Issey Miyake inspired pleats. So they're almost a little bit crinkled and not perfect cut pleats. They're tight, tiny pleats. They're small and they're imperfect, which I really like. And these pleated pieces, again, are just going to be versatile pieces that are timeless and can be dressed up or worn a little bit more casually as well. I suppose that's probably the key to wearing these pleated pieces in summer. It's making sure that you do team them back with perhaps a flat sandal or a t-shirt or a simple tank top, just to give them that really summery vibe. But the fabric is nice and light, and it's got movement in it, and it's just a really sophisticated look. So keep your eye open for these petite pleats. I almost forgot what I was going to say then, but petite pleats. Now this next one I personally can't get enough of, and I've even surprised myself here because I wasn't expecting to love tennis inspired activewear, and it's kind of strange really, because these beautiful cute little flirty tennis skirts are perfect for summer because they're light, they're breezy. They also tend to cover your inner thigh area, which for me personally is one part of my legs that I really do like to cover up. And so I'm loving the look of these sort of tennis inspired pieces, specifically the skirts. And I think because I love the idea of them being comfy but also pretty at the same time, not to mention cool. And who says you need to be playing tennis to wear one? After all, we tend to wear a lot of activewear, whether we're going to the gym or not these days. So popping on a tennis-inspired skirt might just be the ticket for a sporty spice summer. And speaking of shorts, the mini trend that I'm seeing when it comes to shorts is mid-thigh shorts. And again, as I mentioned with the tennis skirts, covering up that upper inner thigh is probably one of the most flattering things that you can do for your legs, and certainly for me that's where I feel my most flattering. So essentially shorts that start to, or that fall where your legs actually naturally start to narrow, which tends to be mid-thigh. Or if you do have slightly thicker legs, you might want to opt for a short that's just above the knee. But either or, this short length seems to be trending in a small way, but in a way that makes this style of short a a timeless option, not to mention a flattering one. Now, as I mentioned, summer is all about bright colours, but one colour that seems to be getting a lot of airtime, but I haven't heard it talked about a lot when it comes to sort of the key trends of the season, and that is pink, but in every shade of pink. So we know that bright colours like your Kelly greens and your vibrant oranges and yellows are really hot this summer, but every shade of pink is trending as well. I even wore my own pink sweater today just as a bit of a nod to the trend, and while it's not summer here in New Zealand, I can still get excited about what is happening in summer. So pink is a really pretty colour, obviously, it's an easy colour to wear, and it is just a soft colour that does tend to suit a lot of people. Well, there also will be a shade of pink that is right for you. So if you're looking at injecting a little bit of colour into your summer wardrobe, think about looking at some of the beautiful shades of pink, and there's everything from the vibrants all the way down to the pastels. And last but not least is the trend for eyelet embroidery detail, and this tends to be like a broderie anglais type detailing on skirts and tops and pretty dresses. I've seen a lot of white in this broderie anglais style trend, and I think that it's just a really feminine, pretty look. And at the end of the day, when something is on trend, it basically just means that there are more options available for you. And of course, not every trend is going to work for everyone, and this isn't an exhaustive list of the trends. So if you don't like any of these pieces, that's fine. There are plenty of other options for summer. But these are some of the mini trends that I've picked up on that I definitely think are well worth putting a little bit of focus on, especially if there are some trends here that you perhaps already own, that you can resurrect from the back of your wardrobe, or they're pieces that you've perhaps looked at from afar in the past and haven't dipped your toe into. Now is the time, because the options will be there. But this broderie anglais style fabric will always be in fashion, and it is a piece that you will be able to wear for years to come. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, I'd love you to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll see you real soon. Bye for now.